Welcome to Random Candace Thoughts. I am Candace, your favorite mom, Nana, and overthinker who also happens to be a full-time content creator. And I've noticed that there is a lot of bad information going around out there. So today we're going to debunk and talk about some of those things that you hear in the hooks on Instagram or TikTok that tell you that you're supposed to do this or supposed to do that to be successful, to be a full-time content creator. So let's get into it. We're going to unpack all that BS advice floating around out there and talk about what actually works when you're trying to build a digital brand without losing your damn mind. These are the most common tips that I've seen or heard from new creators or digital marketers, and we can rate them. So if you've ever felt overwhelmed by all of these algorithm propaganda and paranoia, this is for you. Let's start with you have to post 3 times a day to grow. This one I would say is probably around an 8 because what you want to do is create a consistency. Another big question. What is consistency? Consistency is what you make it your level of consistency because you need it to be sustainable. And if 3 times a day is too much for you, then you focus on 1 time a day or maybe once every other day. But it's your level of consistency. With that being said, the more you post, the more you will grow. Tested and proven, the more you post, the more views you'll get. The more views typically leads to more followers. So, posting 3 times a day is good advice if you're trying to grow an account. Now, I'm not trying to grow an account currently, but I still post 3 times a day because I'm just used to it. I've been doing it 2 years now. 2 years I've been posting 3 times a day. So once you get into the rhythm and the routine of creating content, it's not as difficult as it sounds right away. Number 2, just be consistent. Consistency is good, but what does that mean, right? When I started, it was 3 times a day. That was the consistency. But again, it's your level of consistency. What can you sustain? What is your strategy behind it? Because you can be as consistent as you want, but without a strategy, is consistency enough? Number 3, you need a niche. This one I'm neutral on. I really am neutral on this one, and here's why. I have tested both ways. Currently, I have a lifestyle account, and that has helped my multi-passionate ADHD brain not get bored with a niche. That's what I noticed in the beginning when I was just niche down, talking about making money online. I was limited. I was limiting myself, I was limiting my creativity, and I was limiting my content. So that's why I say a 5, because I have seen people be successful being a niche specific account. And I'm actually testing this right now with another Instagram account with the Social Circle VIP podcast. So we'll come back and talk about it then. But I would say it's probably a 5 because you don't necessarily have to niche down, but having a niche just gives you a clear guide of what to post. Unless you want to be the niche and you want to be an influencer, and that's okay too. You're multi-passionate then, probably. Got the ADHD. Next one. You have to go viral to make money, or you make a ton of money when you go viral. This is a 1. This is a 1. Virality gets you seen, does not get you paid. Virality gets you seen by more people. It does not get you paid more money. And that's the truth. Virality is great. It's great for growth, but you don't get paid a bunch of money when you go viral. Platforms do not pay you a bunch of money when you go viral. It's just the reality. The algorithm is out to get me. Another one. The algorithm is out to get me. That's probably a 2 because it's an excuse. It's a scapegoat. The algorithm does not care about you. The algorithm wants you to show up consistently every day or whatever your consistency is. The algorithm wants you to produce good content. The algorithm wants people that are watching your content to like it. So they stay on it. That's what the algorithm wants. That's it. They want people to stay there. It's not true. The algorithm is not out to get you. You can train your algorithm to fit your needs. You can train it to pull in the target audience that you're looking for. The algorithm is not out to get you. It sucks sometimes, but it's not out to get you. You have to, here's another one. You have to show your face in your content to build trust. I would say this is a 7, maybe even less nowadays, because there's not a lot about faceless that really gets you to trust the person that you're talking to, unless they're showing you their face in their DMs. I mean, faceless creators can still crush it, absolutely. But I think people start out faceless because they're scared of whatever, of what their family or friends will think, of what people online, total strangers, are going to say to them. And you're scared, so you're going to go faceless. But once you learn and you grow through this journey of creating content and this self-awareness, you kind of overcome that fear of not of showing your face. Pick one platform and master it first. Mm. I would say this is like a 8 or a 9, and here's why. Because you've got to learn one, and you don't have to get really good at it. You don't have to spend a whole year perfecting that one platform, but it does make it much easier for you and your brain cells and your consistency to pick one platform and get master it, right? Get good at it. And then once you do that, you can move on. In the beginning, I started with TikTok while repurposing all of my videos over to YouTube using repurpose.io. I've used it for years. I love it, helping me grow on my YouTube channels. So I would have everything go from TikTok to YouTube and Instagram, I believe, in the beginning. I mean, I got okay at TikTok. I was a master at TikTok. So I kind of went away from that and I moved over to Instagram. Then I got okay at Instagram and I went back to TikTok because it had changed a little bit. So it's constant learning. It'll help you not feel so overwhelmed. So you don't have to do it. You don't have to pick one platform and master it first, but I would say it's like an 8 or 9 recommendation. Another one, don't start until you have a clear offer. That's a 1. That's horrible advice. Start. Just start. There are so many things you are going to learn along the way that your offer doesn't matter at first. People are not going to be buying from you right away. They have to grow and learn and trust you. So you don't need a clear offer. Sometimes it's just procrastination. It's not a necessary part of the foundation. The necessary part of the foundation is to start, create the content, post the damn reel, try it out. You are the brand. That's a solid 10 out of 10. That is a solid 10 out of 10 advice. And what I've been saying from the beginning, you are not the product that you are promoting. You're the brand, you're the face. Don't limit yourself to just that one thing. You are the brand. This is your personal brand. It's necessary. 10 out of 10. Best advice ever. Build the personal brand. Be the brand. That is you. That is you. Using trending audio. That's like a 5. I'm neutral with that. And here's why. You do not have to use trending audio ever. You never have to use trending audio. Use audio that relates to you, that your audience will relate to, that they'll feel something when they watch your reel, when they watch your post. It's not a waste of time to use trending audio, but use it wisely. Don't pick the number one top thing with 365,000 other videos behind it. So use it or don't. Trending audio, it's not super huge deal. Hashtags. Hashtags are another one. Use hashtags. It's good advice, I guess, but don't make that your whole strategy. I'd make that like a 2 in the advice department. That's an easy one. use hashtags, whatever. You can use hashtags, but you don't have to, especially on Instagram. I use hashtags on Facebook. I use hashtags on TikTok, but I don't even use them on YouTube. So hashtags, solid two, maybe. Don't mix business and personal. That's a solid one because you're a content creator. You're a content creator. Your business is your personal life most of the time. I mean, you're not giving in the deepest, darkest depths of your soul, but you're sharing your life and it's personal. That is going to bring me into Oliver's Light segment. And Oliver's Light is in remembrance of my grandson who was born sleeping in January. And that was very personal, but I had to share it with my audience because my business would suffer because I was not in my content. I was not in the right place to create funny, relatable lifestyle content after my grandson passed. So sharing your business and your personal life is it's hard to not mix those when you're a content creator, like in the real world of creating content when you're not fake. And Oliver's Light is my constant reminder that even in the middle of mess, personal life, right? We still get to choose how we show up. We don't have to be perfect. We don't have to have a niche to make an impact. You just have to keep going, just keep swimming. Whether you're tired or grieving or emotional, you're still here. And that's what Oliver's Light reminds me to look for. Thank you for joining me on today's episode of Random Candace Thoughts, where we rated the most common new tips for creators and marketers. And I don't want you to feel overwhelmed by all of the content rules, all of the Instagram gurus. Just be you. Just keep showing up as the human that you are. And make sure that you share this episode with a friend that needs to hear it because this is solid. If this episode made you laugh or feel seen or whisper, damn, under your breath, make sure you subscribe, make sure you leave a comment, and I will see you next week for another episode of Random Candace Thoughts.